Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next session of From Nothing, Lorna's story. If you recall, last session we had a pretty dire ending, and so this session we're going to take a turn of change. And before anything else, Ken,
I
have a link for you.
okay.
I need you to click this link. I can't find
Will
you.
it give my computer a virus?
No. It's a campaign invitation link. And when you choose it, I need you to select from the pre-made characters Adora Nightingale.
Ah. Okay.
I thought you would be willing to do so.
Oh, okay.
Let me know when you have it.
Yep. I'm joining the campaign.
Okay.
How
Thank
do I
you
get
very
the
much.
click? Okay.
There are 5 laws of magic, as stated by Magos. The first, nothing in the universe can be lost, only changed. The second, magic cannot change a soul. The third, life can change a soul. The fourth, magic cannot create life, and life cannot create magic. And the final 5th law of magic, life is more powerful than magic, but life ends, and magic does not. Magic is the blood of the universe, whereas life is its dream. The 5 laws of magic have been swimming through your mind an awful lot as of late. They have been absolute and strict. Unfairly so, in your opinion. Somewhere out there, Malcolm is lost. No. The laws of magic are clear. He's not lost, but you cannot find him because he is changed. Somewhere that fucking monster is changing him, and nothing has worked because he is too changed for your limited, worthless magic to help you. Since the similarly worthless Magos won't answer you, and since Croesus and Tysus and all the fucking others who claim death is their be-all, end-all domain won't say a fucking word, leave a single sign, or hint at a cursed thing, they aren't worth your time. They don't deserve it. They never did. The gods might not have sent Lorax, but they certainly haven't lifted a finger to end him. You will be strong enough to take the choice from them, and with their own instrument, too. Only a creation of the gods can change something like the laws of magic and a mythalar. Well, that's just the thing, isn't it? The mythalar is hidden in a demiplane and can only be reached by accessing one of 2 anchors. The anchors keep the demiplane stable and in place along a line of the fireplane. One anchor, you know, is within the Black Keep, a truth Hushen was able to find, thanks to the divining abilities of the Outsider. The Outsider was not gentle in revealing this information. And while Hoshen did collect it in order to maintain his bargain with you, he had to pay a heavy price for it. He won't tell you what it is. It is all in keeping the contract secure, he said. But now, you have the key to that anchor of Hushen's crafting. It's in your possession. You've worked to gain an invitation to the Black Keep. By performing tasks of importance for the followers of the star, trust was earned. As you've proven your value, you eventually needed a place to lay low and hide from the SRA. And the Black Keep was one of the only locations in Ceres that one could truly hide from the Ceresian army entirely. A few days ago, you were invited, but only for a short while, and on the basis that you needed to lay low while the SRA searched for you. You would be allowed to remain within the walls of the Black Keep for 1 day, which you were able to gain only because your messages assured Atticus Teralt, the leader of the followers of the star, that with the time you could create a proper disguise for yourself in your right hand, Hushen Muruad. With this time, of course, you've no intention of creating a disguise. Instead, you're going to search the Black Keep and find the anchor, unlock it, access the Mythalar's plane, and attune the tuning fork to that pocket of the world. The Mythalar was the only object in the universe strong enough to change the laws of magic. With such a device, you could say magic could change a soul. It might take everything from you. It might kill you. But then again, you have a plan for that. The weight of the scroll you wrote presses firmly against your waist, tucked into your breastplate. You might have to give your life to change a law of magic, but with this spell, maybe you'll get another. With Hushen's help, you will change the universe for Malcolm. Or you'll die trying. The tall iron gates of the Black Keep stand before you. The night is cool, wintry. It was rare to have a frosty evening in Ceres, normally, especially around home. Well, that's a foolish thought. Home is gone. You burned it. You burned it all for him. All for a chance to save him. He could never know, too. He would never forgive you. Standing here, waiting for them to notice us, that is no way for us to take our future into our own hands. Hushen nudges you with an elbow. The devil in disguise smirks. Don't tell me you're letting fear in now, after all of this. Adora Nightingale. If you scroll out, you see you are before a structure. What do you do? Make sure you look in your inventory, become familiar with what you have.
I have been. There's a lot going on here. Okay. First and foremost, am I just purely in the mindset of Adora? Like, I'm just her.
There's nothing else. You are remembering what Adora did.
Okay.
And you, Pen, are describing what Adora did.
Uh-huh. So I know I was invited here.
Yeah. You know this is a hidden outpost of the followers of the star. Supposedly, their best hidden outpost. It is powerful and full of undead, and inside, you're pretty sure Atticus Teralt, the leader of the followers of the star, is probably here.
Uh-huh. And my guise of being here is that I need to lay low and work on a task. But I'm actually here to find the Mythalar.
Yeah, you're looking for an anchor, which, from your research, it could be anything, but you do know it needs to fit the platinum key that is in your inventory.
As in, like, there will be a lock type deal that it can go into?
Yes.
Okay, but I know I can walk through the front door. At the very least.
It might be a little impolite to do so, but yes, you know that you're allowed to go in the front door.
I mean, I guess she would look at Hushen and say, I suppose we knock.
After you.
Fucking Hushen, piece of garbage.
So you approach the front doors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she will Knock.
The door, after a brief moment, is pulled open, and there is a human man looking in front of you. He looks a little, maybe flush, a little like pale pallor to his face, but he looks at you and he says, "Miss Nightingale and company, you are expected. Please make yourselves at home. You will find resting quarters. Door to your left, main entry here. Beyond the great room." And he steps aside as I accidentally draw a circle.
She'll make herself at home then. She was given permission.
Yep, Shen follows you in. And the doors close behind you. You see in this room, there are a number of Star soldiers that are just holding guard by one of the doors, and there is a massive skeleton wielding an axe that it's just leaning on, waiting for something to happen.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, he said left is the quarters, right?
Beyond the great room, which is ahead of you.
All right.
Do you happen to have a coat or anything you need to leave here to retrieve later?
She even wearing a coat?
No. You're wearing a breastplate that is molten. It covers you from feet to head. You feel proficient in wearing it as well. This is medium armor that you know how to use.
Oh, man. She's already way cooler than Lorna. She shakes her head. That won't be necessary.
As you wish. You will find refreshments in the great room beyond. And he gestures to the double doors opposite you.
Well, she's got to get a lay of the land first and foremost. She doesn't know anything about the layout of this keep.
Correct. You don't know. You know it's 2 stories.
Mm-hmm. And she's going to act natural.
As you begin to move forward, the butler does say, "Be careful that you do not wander too far astray from the living quarters. These security undead are not picky."
I see. Appreciate the warning.
Yeah, thanks. Hushen says as he follows you. You have a telepathic bond with Hushen, which you suddenly hear him say in your mind, "Does that mean they're just going to try to kill us if we slip up?"
They can certainly try.
On your lead.
She goes to these doors.
Okay. They are not locked. And you hear conversation from beyond them. As you enter, so I don't have tokens for everyone in this room, but there are a lot of people in this room. A lot of them appear to be of scholarly sorts. Many of them are wearing finery that you'd expect to see in Silver's Reach. But they seem really out of place, hidden in this mountain, hundreds of miles north. You are in a section of the impasse, far north of any civilization. You're actually closer to Trident than you are Ceres proper. But Hushen looks around the room, and in your mind, you hear him say, "If I could smell corruption, I'd have to hold my nose."
How many people are in this room?
Each table has like 5 or 6 people at them. So there's like 40 people in this room.
Are they living, dead, an assortment?
You don't see any undead at the tables.
Uh-huh.
At least none, obviously. You might discern there might be some undead in disguise, or maybe vampires or kindred hidden amongst them. But none of them are obviously ghouls or ghasts or wights. You do see there are there's a star assassin in the room who appears to just be in like a dark corner that your good perception spots. But you see at the head table, you see, why did this duplicate? Hold on. Allow me a moment while I fix a token.
I
Uh,
thought they were twins.
no, they're not supposed to be. Goodness gracious. All right, it'll just be a quick moment while I re-upload the image of this guy. No, there we go. Yeah, they are not the same at all. Adora, with your potent history, you recognize two people who are prominent political figures elsewhere in the world. The first, the man, is Lord Martell Seaborn, one of the controlling families who's just settled a new port down in Aurelia. He names it Ferrum.
Oh, okay.
The woman...
I'm sure nothing will ever come of that city.
Oh, certainly not. The woman, who you recognize as Lady Sybil Tasca, she has founded the Golden Vaults, another Aurelian industry.
Mm-hmm.
Considered by most a bank, others maybe a sort of lending guild, but she's deep in finance. And they both sit on either side of Atticus Teralt, a human by appearances, but you know he's well over 900 years old at this point. He's a powerful necromantic wizard and the leader of the followers of the star. And he looks up as you open the doors and he says, "Ah, Adora Nightingale, I have heard many things about you."
She'll approach because he's directly addressing her.
Yep, Hushen follows you closely, right behind you. I admit your message was surprising, considering that you might need refuge from the SRA, but as cockroaches can be persistent, they might eventually have gotten somewhere.
Better safe than sorry.
Agreed. Caution is the approach of the wise. So, I welcome you to the hospitality of my home. Should you find yourself...
Appreciate it.
Of course. Should you find yourself having any needs that cannot be met by just the simple servants, reach out to me and I will be sure to make arrangements.
Thank you, sir.
Of course. I have granted you my... I suppose the word is VIP? The promise quarters. You'll find them beyond that door. And he gestures with his right hand to this door.
The one next to the mummy?
That's the one. Pay no attention to my security. They are persistent, determined, and quiet. All of things I appreciate.
I was cautioned that they're not particularly picky outside of the living quarters.
Indeed. If you find yourself in need to defend yourself from one, do avoid making a mess. I will re-raise any that seem to have gone out of line. But they have specific orders to not harm anyone in bed or in living quarters, so those are their stipulations, you understand. Undead are very persnickety.
Right.
I'm sure...
So she catalogs that.
Yeah. I'm sure a mage of your caliber will have no issue dispatching a confused undead if it happens. Errors of the trade.
Occasionally.
Yes.
Expected. Thank you so much, sir.
Of course. Enjoy your time here. And then you feel dismissed as he turns to speak to the man on his left.
I imagine Adora probably doesn't give a shit about either of these people.
No, they have been ineffectual.
Pen is intrigued. Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, this isn't why I'm here. Am I getting the sense that it's dinner time?
Yeah, it is like 8 in the evening. And these boards along the wall are lined with food, so you can get yourself something to eat which will give you some temporary hit points.
I'll do that.
You're welcomed to the hospitality of the Black Keep. As good as that
I
may
mean,
be.
why not? I want to get some temp hit points. And she's also just going to, like, catalog any other person of interest.
As you're looking around, Hushen says, I smell poison in this room. Be careful what you pick.
I see. There's like a what, buffet style table.
Yes, there is.
I guess if she's perusing that, she would see if he points out anything in particular.
He looks over it all. You see his eyes flash orange. None of this is poisoned.
Good to know.
Someone here is
steal their guests.
Someone here is going to die, but I don't think it'll be us.
Fantastic.
Good
Useful
company.
Skill. She'll help herself unperturbed, knowing that she won't perish from that, at least.
So the food is not of great variety, but there is plenty of it. It's mostly what looks like root vegetables that have been prepared in various ways. Lots of onions, carrots, and potatoes. The only meat available looks like mutton. Which, considering where you are, that limitation, it makes sense.
Sure.
You do see that there is a plate of assorted, like, sautéed mushrooms in various styles, and those are your favorite.
Right, of course. She'll definitely get some of those.
A moment.
Man, look at all these spells I got. Lorna could never. Well, hopefully someday.
So at this stage in Adora's life, you're not that much of a higher level than Lorna. You're level 12, and I think
She's
Lorna's 7
much
right
higher
now.
level wizard.
Yes.
Than Lorna.
Yeah, make sure you look through that inventory.
I have been.
Spell list.
She seems to be well prepared for fire.
Yes.
Dealing it and receiving it.
Undead are a thing. And fire is a common tool, especially when dealing with undead and the SRA.
Noted.
So,
she has Phantom Steed.
yes.
Can she just, reflect and think of what creature she would summon if she were to use it?
As you consider...
I'm just curious.
As you consider a Phantom Steed, you get an image of a, like, Pegasus with golden wings that is very dark everywhere else. It's almost as though the wings flit to gold from black.
It's like Banta Black.
Yes.
Love it. Awesome. That's cool. Is there anybody else in this room besides the three main people at the head of the table that would even pique her interest as something like to look out for, or
Roll investigation.
Okay. 23.
You recognize an individual who is... It's a human. You've heard stories of this human. His name is Askagar. You don't remember his first name. But you know he's a member of the A&A. And it surprises you that he's here.
Aren't they supposed to be against the followers of the star?
In all cases, yes. So it's surprising
it's a little
to
weird.
you. Yeah. He's not far from Teralt either. He's at the table, this long table nearest them. Looks like he's enjoying a plate of food and having a lively conversation with what looks like a couple of merchants around him. They look Tredonian. The merchants do, specifically. That surprises Adora. That surprises you.
Yeah,
and as you
Hushen
make that
was not
connection,
wrong when he said reeks of corruption.
Yeah. Hushen, when he makes that connection that you're looking that way, he says, I guess there's always money to be made in war on both sides.
Right. And morals can be bought.
So they can.
I
Not
almost
that
said
we
Lorna.
condone.
Of course not. I think Adora would, she would have a meal, blend in like this is totally normal, and she has no other ulterior motives besides,
Mm-hmm.
Enjoying the hospitalities offered and exactly what she had promised this guy that she was here for in the first place.
Yeah. I'm
And
sorry.
then when it's a reasonable time.
What did you say before that? I think you cut out.
Oh.
You promised something? I heard promise.
The only thing she's displaying visibly to anyone in this period of time is that she's here for precisely the reason she
that you're
said
gonna
she
do
was.
what you promised. Okay,
Yes,
I got it.
Yes.
Sorry, that the English fell apart somehow. Okay.
That's okay. She will stay in this room as long as it seems appropriate, and then excuse herself naturally to the living quarters.
Okay.
That's also where she's permitted to go. She's building up her mental map of this place.
Sure. Go ahead and move your token to where it is that you're trying to go.
Past the fucking mummy.
All right. Ocean's following you.
Does it seem like before she leaves, anyone notices her or spends any more time
Roll
on her?
an insight
a
check.
glance. Okay. Lorna's insight's actually better than Adora's. That's good to know. 25. Good roll.
A lot of people pay close attention to you. You do catch some whispered conversation between each other when they see you. Adora Nightingale, her exploits are well known. They have almost exclusively been revealing the locations of Ceresian Royal Army forces to necromancers and undead forces. They haven't necessarily been anything more than that, but you have been found to be a very valuable information source for the followers of the Star. You've been using your clairvoyance magic, which is not your strong suit, but you know how to do it, and you've been using it very creatively to tell the followers where their armies are. And you've been doing it while remaining safe and alive.
I think it's so funny that she's so hell-bent on, retrieving Malcolm. That's her whole end goal, but he can never know about the destruction, maybe accidental isn't the right word, but the murders at the Grove. But she's so totally fine with working with the followers of the Star.
She doesn't
ending countless lives because of that.
As you have that, as you're looking into this memory, it is important to know you don't feel okay.
Okay. That is good to know.
She is justifying the ends.
It's a means to an end.
But she doesn't like it.
Okay. All right. So it's not just whatever.
She is constantly putting on a face.
Oof. That'll fuck somebody up.
Yes.
Okay. She will go through this door.
You see there is a wight standing there on guard. Its longsword in its hands, but down at its feet. The point is pointing down. And when it sees you, it looks like it's carefully watching you. Like it's waiting to see where you go. There's nowhere to go in this room but the other door. This looks like a small closet space, or like a little intermediary. Okay, Hushin follows you. The door is closed behind you. The wight watches as you go through this door, and then as you're closing the door, it just goes back to standing there.
2 doors.
How pleasant. Yeah, we're not sharing a bed. So, I guess you pick.
Left, I suppose.
All right.
He
follows you.
The area. Ooh, pretty.
Okay. Hushen also takes stock of the room. You do see there are a couple windows in this room, which is the first room, you haven't seen windows anywhere else. Which makes sense. This keep is nestled into a mountain. And you see these windows are uniquely shaped. They narrow into a very shallow window. They're little more than arrow slits. And you imagine if you climbed up and looked out, you could see, but the way the windows are built into the wall, if someone was passing by, they would just look like a rocky crevice.
Right. Because no one's supposed to know where this thing is.
Correct.
Or what it is, for that matter. She'll go to this door. Open
Okay. It's a bathroom.
it. Okay.
These are some quality arrangements.
They know how to treat their guests.
Well, they have to know how to treat somebody, because it's not other mortals.
She's gonna go to one of the windows. Approximately how wide is it?
Well, the window itself is like a good 2 foot wide, but you see that it's too narrow to like actually climb out of. And beyond the window, the actual framing around the window closes in farther. So you can look and get like a good angle outside the window, but when you're just looking out of it, it's like a 6-inch gap.
Right. Not person-sized.
No. If you
Is it-
polymorphed or changed shape into something, I don't know if you have polymorph. I don't think that
do.
was in. Okay. No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I'm looking at it.
Oh. Okay.
What level? It's right there.
If you were to polymorph into a small creature, you could squeeze out of a window. But that's, that's
I've
like
also
it.
taken note of the fact that I have Find Familiar in my
Mm-hmm.
spell list. So, do I have a familiar?
You do have a familiar.
Is it a black cat?
It is a black cat.
I remember things. Is it currently summoned, or do I
No.
have to summon it?
If you snap your fingers, it will appear.
She would do so because, hey, you never know when you're gonna need that.
Do you remember her
Shade.
name? Okay. Jesus. You can have a point of inspiration.
A.
Shade appears on the little dresser looking down at you. Hello?
We may need your services.
I'm happy to provide. What do you need?
Is it happy to provide?
You think it is. You get that
Okay.
emotional, well from Shade.
I'm not entirely certain yet. We need to take a scope of the area, but I might need to change you into something smaller, more
Oh,
agile.
but I like this form.
Sure, and you can go back to it when you're done.
All right, what did you have in mind?
A spider.
Shade suddenly becomes a tiny little black widow.
She will extend her hand so it can crawl up and tuck
does.
itself away,
Okay?
just in case
Shade,
I need something to look around.
Shade hides herself in the nape of your hair.
Tickles.
A little bit.
How about we check out the other quarters?
Okay.
Shall say to Hushan.
All right. And he follows you.
Haha, I picked the bigger room.
Hmm. And the one with windows. Must be nice.
Good thing.
What do you think's beyond that door?
I want to find out.
As you go to look, I need you to roll me a perception check real quick.
Okay. Perception. Not great. 11.
Okay. All right, go ahead and open the door. As soon as you open the door, a number of whites turn, and they already have swords ready, and they just, and they begin to move toward you.
Shut the door.
What? What was it?
3 whites by quick glance. Hostile.
Well,
So I suppose that's the direction we're going to be going in.
I suppose you're right. They wouldn't have them there if it wasn't important.
Precisely. Although they did say kill on sight if it's not in the living quarters.
Yeah. So I imagine they likely would come right up to the door and then just wait.
Can Lorna see? Can
okay.
Adora place her ear on the door just to hear? Like, is there shuffling still, or is it completely silent?
Roll another perception.
Much better. 26.
You hear like the gentle rustle of their armor. They're not moving anymore. They're just kind of standing there, waiting for something to happen. So you don't think they would press through the door, but they're there. You know they're still there.
She'll look at Hushen. She's not going to be speaking out loud because, they're discussing plans. She doesn't want anyone to hear that. So, we need to find this key. Well, the hole that this key fits into.
Noticed something in the other room before you walked out. The trunk at your end of your bed has a keyhole. I really doubt it's going to be that easy, but...
But that's kind of brilliant. She's going to go back to the room. There's a chest!
Yeah.
She'll inspect the chest first before she does anything.
Roll investigation.
Natural 20. 29.
For a 29, you notice a couple things. The first is the trunk is not locked. You can easily open it. The lid lifts right up. Inside is a number of spare pillows and linens. They all look clean. It looks just like a trunk of spare bedding just for the bed that's before you. You close the trunk again. You look at the lock. You don't see any traps anywhere. The lock itself... So the key is made of platinum. And the lock is a silver color. You're not sure if it's platinum or not, but the fittings of the trunk are brass, except for the lock. The lock is silver.
Interesting. If she holds the key up to it, is it the same metal? Or a similar metal?
They look really close in color. It's kind of impossible to tell if there's a difference without being a metallurgist.
Mm-hmm. She looks over at Hushen with like a quirked eyebrow.
Try.
Does Adora know what will happen or what she expects to happen when uniting these two things together?
You believe if it is successful, it will teleport you and anything you're touching, carrying, or holding with you into the plane of wherever the Mythalar is. Because it's one of the anchors that lines you up with the ley line.
Is she expecting to take Hushen with her?
Yeah. So when he says try, he would reach out and put a hand on your shoulder.
All right. She'll put it in.
Nothing happens. It doesn't fit quite right. Like, it goes in the hole, but it can't turn. It's not the key for this lock.
Do you think that potentially all of the keyholes in this place be designed that way just to throw someone who might be looking off?
Hushen looks at you and he says, yes.
Is there a lock on the door?
No.
All right. We'll have to test the theory.
I mean, how many things can have locks in them? And he looks at every door in the room and he's like, okay, never mind.
There's no lock on the bathroom.
There is a lock on the bathroom.
What color is it?
Silver.
Fuck! She'll try it anyways.
It does not work.
All right. Well, so they are prepped.
Perhaps.
For the potential.
Perhaps we should start making sure we check these locks for alarm or alert. Anything that lets them know that we're fiddling with them.
She'll just nod. Like, yes, that does make sense.
He closes his eyes and opens them again. And he activates some sort of eldritch sight. He looks around the room. There are some minor cleaning enchantments in here, but I don't see any alarm spells.
Right. They don't expect their guests to be meddling.
Or they're just better hidden.
She will go back across to the room that is Hushen's. Are there any keyholes?
Yes. The dresser, the big armoire, has a keyhole on the right side of the door. And this door has a keyhole on it.
She'll look at him because he can just activate that at will.
I don't see anything.
No traps?
None that are obvious. You might want
Wow.
to take a closer look.
Yeah, I'm looking at my spell list just in case.
I'm curious, did you notice the similarity in art to your character?
Yes. I clocked that immediately, except it's the direction she's facing is opposite.
It's also been tweaked slightly.
Yes, I did notice that too, you sneaky fucker. Can she observe the locks on both more closely for any
Pick one first.
runes? The dresser.
Yeah, roll investigation.
Okay. Terrible. 11.
With an 11, you don't... Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can...
Probably fine.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see anything. It just looks like an armoire.
It's probably fine. She'll try it.
The key does not fit. It's close.
Grumbles. Goes to the door. She'll examine it first.
Roll investigation.
Okay. Only slightly better. Not 12. She's getting impatient.
Hold on. Okay. As you go to raise the key to the keyhole, suddenly Hushen's hand reaches out and grabs your wrist.
Hmm?
Wait. When you brought the key close, there's an alarm. It just showed.
Okay. Good to know. That either means it's just protected to see if anyone's trying to guess locks, or it's the right one.
It doesn't look strong enough to be a portal or something. It just looks like an alarm.
I see.
If you could...
It would be too easy.
Can you identify that?
I could. She'll begin the ritual to identify.
Okay. You spend 10 minutes touching the area around the lock where Hushen indicated. You identify the alarm spell. Its trigger is when platinum is brought near it.
And nothing else about.
No?
All right, it's a false flag.
Hushen audibly lets out a sigh of relief. It's tricky. It didn't show up until the thing was almost to it.
They are good at what they do.
We knew that.
Is there a gap under this door?
Yeah. It's like a
Great.
half inch.
She will communicate to Shade. I would like you to crawl into this door and start getting a layout of the rest of this place.
As you like. The spider crawls all the way down your leg onto the ground and then goes under the door.
Can she go into Shade's vision, but also, let's say, have a piece of parchment open that she can draw a simple sketch of what she's seeing?
Yeah. Let me go ahead and
like
pull
a
up
rudimentary map,
a spider stat block, and you're going to roll stealth for Shade.
A splat block.
Yeah. Okay, so... A moment, please.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to roll me a d20 plus 4 for the stealth of this creature.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Shade. 11. It is just a spider.
It is just a spider.
Hopefully they're not like rips.
That... Well... Hang on. So... Let me move you into this room when you're in spider form.
Well,
you're not in spider form, but your eyes are in
Yes. The instruction to Shade is to keep mostly to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Because that would make sense.
So Shade crawls under the door and then begins crawling up the wall to the ceiling. I'm going to roll perception for these two. It's not an advantage or anything, but they just need to beat an 11. Okay. As soon as Shade is crawling up the wall, this white Ugh.
Skitter for your life.
Is gonna slash with its longsword that it just brings up and slashes with a longsword at the spider. A spider's AC is 12. It has 1 hit point. The white rolled a 23 to hit.
Oh.
So immediately Shade going in, you watch in Shade's little view of a sword, and then Shade is vanished from existence.
Adora opens her eyes and sighs.
What happened?
They saw my spider and killed it.
I think that must be a record.
Well, you could bring her back. Try again, or I could be the spider. Do you have a means of getting yourself around quietly here?
Hushen looks at you. Yes. You
Great.
remember Hushen can go invisible.
Oh, yes. Okay. I will resummon Shade. Just
Okay.
to have her on standby.
You have the materials to do that once.
Sure, I'll do it again.
Okay. You re-summon Shade the Familiar. It appears in cat form.
Sorry about that.
That didn't go well.
No, we're gonna try something different.
Okay.
I will call you when I need you. She'll snap her fingers and dismiss her.
Okay.
Well, suppose I could be a spider.
With the brain of one.
That is the drawback, yes. Is there a... I'm trying to balance intelligence and size and noticeability. Do you have any recommendations? Perhaps a rat is faster.
A rat would be faster, though not much more
Slightly
intelligent.
smarter. A bat?
That would be a little wiser, I think.
I can stick to the ceilings at least. Especially if this door opens and you walk through invisibly and I just flutter to the ceiling.
It's worth trying.
Alright. She will polymorph into a little bat.
You now have an intelligence of 2.
Hooray.
You have a wisdom of 12. You have a fly speed of 30 feet. AC is 12. 1 hit point.
Okay.
Your
She will
stealth.
keep to the ceiling.
Your stealth is a +2.
It's not great.
But the advantage is you can fly. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check as you watch as Hushen vanishes from view and the door begins to open.
All right, Bat Dora, let's go. Natural 20 for a 22.
Okay. I need you to roll me an intelligence check, which is going to be a d20 -4.
Please tell me I can stay on track.
Your DC for this is going to be... Okay.
-2.
As soon as the door opens, the whites become keenly aware that the door is opened, but they don't see anything. So they just stand there. You, as a bat... hold on. Let me move you, or shrink you, because you're a bat.
So little.
With a 0 on your intelligence check, you immediately forget what it was that you were going to do. The corner above that fireplace looks really warm and really comfortable.
Am I gonna fly backwards?
Yeah, you do. You fly immediately
great.
up and nestle in the dark corner above the fireplace, right in the warmth. And it is very cozy.
Hushen is like, what the fuck?
You hear telepathically, you have a hard time understanding. But you catch a couple words. Adora. When?
Can I
Come.
try to get my brain working again?
Roll another intelligence check.
Shit. Come on, Adora. Only
You
marginally better.
become keenly aware that this is also a dusty corner, and it feels a little itchy. And you begin to like preen and clean off your wings as you hang from this corner. Okay. There's a long moment, and then you suddenly can keenly understand Hushen as
Okay,
he
good.
begins speaking beast speech. Adora, we have a plan. You need to be
Huh?
helping me. You can roll me another intelligence check. You have wasted 3 rounds.
At least it's an hour. Worse.
Okay, you don't want...
Bugs. I demand bugs.
Don't have any bugs, Adora. We have a task.
Where are they?
You know what? I'm sure there are plenty out this door if you
That's a
check
great
the
idea.
ceiling.
Okay.
You hear, be careful of those creatures. They're angry, and they don't want you to get their bugs.
No. She'll fly up to the ceiling in the hallway.
Roll stealth, please.
Okay. Come on, Bat Dora.
You rolled a 22 before, so you're doing really well on
15.
sneak. The whites...
I'm just really stupid.
Yes. Okay. You see there are more whites in this room than you first thought. However, the only one that sees you up, like, in the ceiling, and it's a little too high for it to reach with this longsword, but it does, like, walk underneath you. And you hear... and it, like, shifts this way to try and get next to you.
She'll just keep scuttling along the ceiling.
That's great. Keep going. There's bugs, I'm sure.
Bugs.
Hold on, I need to roll stealth for Hushen.
So fucking funny. This great wizard with like a supernatural intelligence is just like...
That's side effect of polymorph, as always.
Yeah.
Oh, Hushen. Okay, hold
He's
on.
busy trying to keep...
Yeah,
track
he's
of
like
that.
watching you and not paying attention to where he's going. And he natural ones a stealth.
Oh no.
So even though he's invisible, he makes a lot of noise as he scrapes against the wall trying to watch you. And you hear, yeah, around that corner. Oh, fuck. And then this white that was on the wall suddenly like and surges over and hears something. And it slashes blindly. It's going to make a longsword attack. At disadvantage because it's a blind swing.
I
and
hate
it
how
hits.
rapidly Hushen is becoming endearing to me. I hate it.
Sorry.
Fine.
Hushen, who is invisible, gets hit with a longsword swing. Ow. Hushen is going to react. I don't think we roll initiative just yet, because it's just the one white who's detected it. But he does not... You know he carries a flaming longsword, but he does not ignite it at the moment. Instead, he will just swing. And that's a 16 to hit. That does hit. Okay. He deals... without the fire damage, because he's not igniting it, but he will Eldritch Smite. So that's 8 plus... He'll Eldritch Smite with a... Okay, that's 68.
Damn son.
Okay, so that's 29 points of damage. The white is suddenly alarmed by the amount of damage it just took. As it, like, stumbles back. Hushen, using that opportunity, puts his sword away and, like, tries to step away from that creature to stealth, like, to try and hide better and not be in the same place he was. That's much better. The white comes forward again, surging, and slashes at nothing.
Adora is in the corner of this hallway chewing on a spider it found in a web.
Okay.
While this is happening below her.
Good, you found one. Good.
Yeah.
And Hushen looks forward. He sees this white just standing in the middle of the hallway. Hey, can you drop one of those rocks and make him move?
Okay.
Roll an
So, like,
intelligence check.
a rock on the ceiling.
Yeah, there's like loose, like, foundation and mortar.
I rolled great.
You understand what he wants. He needs a distraction, and that's a
Okay.
predator. He needs to get it out of the way. So, you find a pebble. And where do you drop it?
She's gonna. How far can a fucking bat toss? She's gonna throw it over here.
You could just fly over there. You don't have to toss it.
That's true. Okay. But I don't want it seeing her either, so she will.
Okay. Let me roll. Do me a favor and roll me a dexterity check as a bat. So just a d20 plus 2.
Okay. Great. 21. Two
Okay.
in a row.
The pedal ding 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 and the white and goes and looks over there. Perfect. Good. And Hushen
She'll keep scuttling.
keeps moving. You see there's a door with a white right in front of it to the right, and there is a turning staircase to the left. And Hushen looks both ways, and he says, the door is going to be harder to get through, so that's probably where we need to go.
Do the stairs go down or up?
They go up. Hushen tries to distract the white by scraping his sword on the ground near him.
Mm-hmm.
But the white has not reacted to the other noises that's happened in this little storage area, and it doesn't care about this one. So the white just looks and goes, ugh, and doesn't move. And Hushen, you hear him in your mind just go, fuck. Want to fight all of them if I don't have to. Can you scratch him and make him move?
Probably.
Roll an intelligence check.
I just bat latch to his face. Terrible. One.
That's scary. You don't want to do that. There's no food involved there.
I have an idea.
She just starts going.
Oh shit! And Hushen like looks around as whites all begin coming toward the noise. And while you do move
But does
this
he move?
white,
All right, go, guy.
Hushen's gonna have to roll an acrobatics to try and squeeze behind him.
Incredible. I helped.
He does get over here, and he gets to the door, and you hear the telltale clunk of a door that is locked. And Hushen looks up at you, and you just hear, this is not great. As whites are surging around the corner, it was a good idea, I think, for a bat, but you've...
A door bat, terrified, is going to scuttle down
Okay.
the ceiling.
As Hushen sees these whites are, like, crowding toward the noise, he needs to roll a stealth check as a bunch of whites are appearing.
Oh, no. Pen's presence in Hushen's life is never a positive one.
Apparently. Okay. This white turns as he hears the door turn, and you hear Hushen say, okay. And the sword ignites. It is time to roll initiative.
I'm having a great time, though.
That's great. I'm going to go ahead and get you all an initiative here. Go ahead and roll initiative for Adora. Though I think it's going to have one less because it's a bat. We'll just roll. We'll just minus
You're
one from
right.
it.
Yeah. Pretty good. It'll be a 17.
It doesn't actually change your position, so I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to pause the mood music because now you're in combat.
I'm a bat.
Okay. As Hushen, the flame tongue greatsword suddenly glows with flame. He's still invisible because he's got greater invisibility on him.
Sick.
But they now have an idea where he is, so they don't have to search for him, but their attacks are still at disadvantage as this white surges up to Hushen. And he's in a corner. You as a bat hear him say, "This could be way better." And the white swings at him at disadvantage. He says in your head, "I know you're having a hard time understanding, but please try to be quiet. We don't need to attract anybody else." And the white misses. And it will swing again. At disadvantage. Yeah. Hushen, you've seen Hushen fight before. In this humanoid form, which is how he's been helping you for a lot of your tasks. He's pretty adept with a sword. He's not a soldier. He generally performs the magic and abilities of a warlock, but he can imbue his attacks with eldritch energy as a warlock can. That being said, fighting off a bunch of individuals at once is not something he's particularly good at. That being said, it's now your turn, Bat Dora. What do you do? As a bat, you have blind sight. Out to 60 feet. You can melee attack for a +0 to hit, and it deals 1 piercing damage. That's it.
I can perform the help action, though, right?
You can, yes.
She's like, "Friend!" gonna flutter over and just get in this guy's face
Okay.
to provide the help action.
Yeah, you do that. You give him advantage on
She's
his
just flapping.
attempts to deal with this white. All
And
right.
she's not gonna make noise because he said be quiet. So she's just annoying.
She's just distracting. She's like fluttering around in his face, and the white's like trying. It doesn't have the motor skills to actually bat at you with its hand, so it's got both hands on the longsword, and it's like moving the pommel and hilt in its face. It looks ridiculous. This white is going to move here. It is keenly aware of the tight quarters, and it sees this flaming sword just kind of floating there, and it's going to shoot a longbow at the space. And it's going to do it with disadvantage because
Sword
he is...
isn't invisible, isn't it being carried?
It is on fire. It is creating light. So it looks like flames are just floating there. 19 to hit with disadvantage. Okay. Hushen takes 8 points of piercing damage. And
This is for all the trouble you put Lorna through.
Well,
He doesn't know it yet, but that's the future.
yeah, apparently. Okay, I need to make a concentration check.
Oh my god.
He succeeds.
That's good. It's like at this point we might as well have just gone in together, guns blazing.
At this point, yeah, that is kind of what's going through Hushen's mind right now. Like, this was a waste of time. Miss. Okay. The next arrow misses. Another white moves up. This one is going to move into this tight corner and is going to try and life drain.
Bro, you can't fucking Misty Step.
It can move through allied spaces.
No, I'm talking about Hushen.
No.
Oh, bro, I have greater invisibility. Why didn't I do that?
I don't know.
New spellbook. Who this?
Yeah. It misses. Hushen manages to parry that away. This white steps back a little and is going to also draw a longbow. This one's going to attack the bat that's fluttering around in its friend's face. Your AC is 12. It rolled a natural 4, so it doesn't hit you.
Perfect.
It will try to attack Hushen then, because it doesn't understand what it's looking at. I rolled a 21 to hit.
Jesus.
Hushen...
Can't hit the bat. Can't hit the invisible creature.
Yeah, well, the invisible creature is a medium-sized creature, so...
Sure. Area.
Hushen takes another 8 points of damage and needs to make another concentration check to maintain his greater invisibility. He succeeds with the natural 17. All right, it's now Hushen's turn. Hushen, looking at the situation in front of himself. Really, this is frustrating. He's going to... what's he going to do? That's a good question. One moment, please. While I look through his spellbook. Okay. Okay. He has options. Alright. But does he want to do that? Maybe he'll save spell slots for now. He only has a few. Yeah, he's going to save his spell slots. He's going to swing at the one in front of him. It's a flame tongue. He has advantage, so that natural one can go away. That hits. Let me roll damage. It's versatile. $21 points of damage to the white in front of him. It's immediately looking bad. He... Does he burn that? No. He doesn't. I'm sorry. New NPC who does. He will apply a hex. Which is maddening. And then he will swing again. With advantage. And miss. Cool. He's doing his best. Alright, the white that's now hexed. You see this hex is like twisting all around him in strange gold rivulets that look like very sharp ribbons that almost like they're digging into the flesh of the white. You imagine if this was a person, they would be quite uncomfortable, but it is undead, so they don't care. The white is going to attempt to longsword twice. You hear, "Don't get hit. Stay as a bat." It misses. Swings again. And misses. Alright. Your turn, Bat Dora.
Well, he said don't get hit, and she doesn't because she's a bat and she doesn't want to die. So she's gonna flutter back toward the stairs.
Unfortunately, you know that flying over these two whites, the ceiling is too low, and you will provoke attack of opportunity by them.
Ah!
Because the stairs are going up, and the
That's
roof goes
definitely
down.
not worth it. Yeah. Alright, so she'll just keep applying the help action.
Okay.
It's better than taking... Well, that's... Hold on. I could action disengage.
You could.
Yeah, I'll do that instead.
Alright.
Because I wasn't
So
going to do anything
You
anyway.
disengage and go halfway up the steps.
Yep.
Alright. Alright.
If you could just get over here, that'd be fantastic. I know he's got like
Yeah, I was
4
gonna
people in
say,
his
he
way.
doesn't really have that choice. This white is going to shoot at you with a bow.
No, I'm just a little bat.
And it rolled a natural 1.
Whoa.
It's going
I'm
to
so
try
little.
and shoot an arrow at the flaming sword. And miss with a 10. Okay. This white is going to, instead of life draining, is going to try and slash with the longsword. The disadvantage is really helping him here.
Ooh.
That misses. I'll try again. And it misses.
He's just got to bull rush them.
That's really not his style, and you know that. In character,
I'm
you
a
know that.
bat.
That's true. The bat is commenting on what he should do.
I've found another bug.
Out of curiosity, what does Bat Dora look like?
So fucking cute, probably.
Okay.
Honestly, I think she'd be a fruit bat.
Oh, like a little flying fox.
Flying foxes are huge.
Yeah, but that's what fruit bats are.
Are all flying foxes, are they?
It is pretty typical.
Bat. fruit bat. Oh my god,
Are you-
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Right. I guess I wouldn't be a fruit bat because I've been eating bugs.
Yeah, that's
Just a regular bat.
okay.
Not an ugly one. A cute bat.
Sure.
Does Adora have any, like, notable scars?
No.
Or has she been better at this than Lorna has been?
As a reminder, she kind of got a new body.
She did.
So
But she's been in it for at least a minute.
she has, but she's been pretty careful.
Like, Lorna, as an independent adult, has got, like, a permanent injury to the face and lost a hand.
Yeah, that. So there are some minor scars on her arms that look like they were from training. That's it. She doesn't really have,
Man, she's a lot better at this than Lorna is what I'm getting.
unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, fair enough.
You know, that's how it goes. A moment, please. I'm still sorting out this NPC.
Like, I didn't expect to have to fight these whites on my
No,
own.
he did not at all.
Yeah. I mean, I could just nuke the hallway as Adora, but I don't know if that's in the
No,
realm of, like, subtle.
that is not at all. And both real Adora would know that, and Hushen has asked that you be quiet to not
Yes.
attract a shitload of attention. Okay,
But I can make my own back guano for the component.
great. That's really gross.
That's what I
Do we now? I have to consider. Is that real? Like,
do. Do you think wizards turn into animals to make their own spell components?
yeah, that might be a thing. Polymorph to a bat just to restock
Just
on
a
Fireball.
Just a shit.
I mean, you never know. That could be a
The
thing.
thought is there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, sorry, this is not a worthwhile using. The white is attacking. It does hit. So we deal damage. Hushen takes 7 points of damage. And he's going to have to make a concentration check. Moment. He succeeds. It's now Hushen's turn. He's going to concentrate. He closes the sword in close to him, and you watch his blades seem to lash out from him in all directions as he uses Sword Burst. Which means the one that's hexed is going to take more damage.
Mhm.
What song is this? That's not what I wanted at all. That's a goofy song. There we go. Apologies. As Hushen lashes out with the sword burst, let me roll this. They have to make a dexterity save. They both do. And he takes an additional this plus 5. Okay. The one who is hexed takes 23 points of slashing damage and is still up barely. The other one does not take that much. It takes 18. And Hushen, like, looks up at you eating a bug, and he just, like, you just hear, "That's right, stay out of it for now. I'll be fine." And the white in front of him that's hexed is going to swing at him
Phenomenal.
twice.
Cinema.
Misses twice. The next one... No, it's your turn. What do you do?
Well, something fired at her before, so she's gonna go further up the stairs just to get out of sight of these things.
Yeah, okay, you get behind cover, basically.
She brings her bug with her.
Okay. It's like you found, like, a beetle on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. That beetle thought he was safe.
Yep. She's just vibing.
There's just a bat all of a sudden. This white is going to use a bow. It doesn't chase you because there is a creature clearly attacking, even though it can't see it. Rolls a natural 1 on that disadvantage, so it'll try again. and it will hit. Rolling damage. Rolled really bad on damage. Deals 4 damage to Hushen. It keeps... There we go. It keeps, like, healing
Poor
him.
guy.
Alright. Hushen's got to roll a concentration check. He succeeds with a natural 10. Next white. This one's going to life drain him. So now it sees that he's actually... Blood is coming out of him. It doesn't actually see him. And it will miss. Very much so. Okay, that's its turn. The next white, longbow attacks. Miss. Next one, disadvantage. Miss. Nope, that's a hit. Okay. Poor Hushen. Just 9 points of piercing damage.
You're gonna get somewhere. She's gonna be back to Adora. She's gonna be like, "What happened to you?"
He has a means of healing himself, and he's used it on both of you before.
Okay, good to know.
It's now Hushen's turn. What does he do? Alright. He's actually gonna Hellish Rebuke that one.
Yeah.
So that's I need a DC 17 Dexterity save from this white. And it fails. So it takes 2d10 fire plus 5. 16 plus 5 is 21 points of fire damage to this white. And now it's actually Hushen's turn. Alright, he's just going to swing. Because he doesn't want to burn any more spell slots. That was his just thing he can do as a devil. He's still invisible, so he has advantage. He swings. He hits. This one is dead. Hushen restores a bunch of hit points from the hex. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. He's back up by 10. This white is destroyed. Hushen then turns and swings at the next one. He's going to bonus action move his hex. I didn't expect this to just be me beating the shit out of myself, but here I am.
It's very funny.
That's good.
Like, Adora has found peace for the first time in years.
As a bat.
Yep.
All of her problems, they're just gone.
Nothing, there's nothing there. She's just like, eat, eat, eat.
Okay. 8.
This was the real solution to her problem.
31. This white is killed. Hushen heals for another amount of damage. Hushen heals for 13. Then, creating himself a window, he pushes up and around. But he's still got a flaming sword, so they have idea where he is. You're a bat. What do you do?
Eat, 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 eat.
You're just hiding?
She's gonna hide.
Roll stealth.
$16.
Okay.
She's
You
just tucked
hide.
up right here.
You have a full bat tummy and you're stealthing. Okay.
She starts to fall asleep.
Okay. That's totally fair. This white puts its longbow away and swings at disadvantage at the flaming sword and misses with a natural 1. It will try again. And misses with a natural 2. The next white that's alive is going to push up. It wants to flank, but it doesn't know how because it's flying a sword. So it just stays there and swings with its longsword. Attacking at disadvantage. It misses with a natural 9. It attacks again. It misses with a natural 8. Hushen's gotten the hang of dodging these white's swings. And he applies the hex to this one. And then is going to make an attack. At advantage because of his invisibility, which he's kept up this whole time. He hits with a dirty 20.
What a guy.
Yeah, plus a d6 plus 5. He deals 17 plus 5 is 22 plus 5 is 27. This wight is slain. Hushen heals for a portion of the damage he just dealt. He heals for 6. He almost looks like it didn't happen. And then he will use his second attack on this wight. He doesn't move his hex because he doesn't have another bonus action. Attack at advantage. He misses. Okay. It's now your turn.
She's sound asleep.
Okay. This wight
Yeah.
is going to swing with a longsword.
He's gonna like come up
twice.
the stairs and be like, "Where the fuck is she?"
It misses with a natural 2. It swings again. Misses. But it was much closer. Yeah, 15 misses. Okay. It's now Hushen's turn. He moves the hex. Because Warlock. I didn't mean to make it ethereal. Okay. Swinging Flame Tongue. Attack at advantage. Okay, he hits it. Dealing damage. Plus the d6 plus 5. He kills it. Alright, so he replenishes himself for a portion of that from the hex. Oh, he heals for 5. He's almost back to full.
Like
But
nothing
whites
ever happened.
but the whites are slain, and as the fight ends, we end combat. Batdora, you hear Hushen say in your mind, "All right, the fight's over.
Huh?
Where did you go?"
What? Up.
Were you sleeping?
No.
The bat groggily says.
No.
Okay, well, come back.
Come out of her hidey hole.
He invisibly comes towards the door and he says, "This is locked. Can you squeeze under?"
Is there like a gap? Under
There
the door?
is a gap, but it's pretty small. You're going to have to roll an acrobatics as a bat to fit
All
through.
right. She'll descend onto the ground and try to shimmy under. What's the bonus?
+2.
Perfect.
Oh, 21. Yeah, you squeeze.
Just pop
It's,
right under.
it's a little tight, but you managed to get through. It looks like a storage room, but it's more like it's carved into the mountain itself. And as soon as you squeeze through, I need you to roll me a dexterity check for stealth. D20 +2.
Okay. Another 19. Jeez.
Okay. Yeah,
21.
21. You sneak out from underneath the gap. I don't think this white is going to see you, but I'll roll it. Oh, natural 20s.
Really?
He sees this bat squirt out from underneath the door. What do you do as the white begins to approach?
Is there a notable lock on this door? Like
Roll
something that she could
intelligence
turn?
check.
Oh, boy.
So D20 -3 or -4.
11?
11. Yeah, there is a mechanism on this side of the door. You could try.
She try to finagle it real quick.
Roll a strength check, which is a D20 -4.
Jesus.
You're a tiny bat.
Oh, no, nope.
Yeah, you can't. You try. And the white gets real close, and it's going to swing. Okay. Batdora, here comes a longsword attack.
Ah!
As you're like
Shield.
jimmying the lock, you cannot cast spells right now, I'm afraid.
The little bat claws.
Your AC is 12. It rolled a 12 to hit.
Okay.
You are smacked by a sword. You take... so you take 7 points of slashing damage. So Adora takes 6 points of slashing damage, which
Ow.
you had 8 temporary hit points from the food earlier.
Okay.
But you're no longer a bat.
She's... As soon as she appears, can I cast something?
As soon as you appear, you are disoriented from the moment that you turned from a bat to a person. But we can roll initiative. Because it's not a surprise round, and you might be able to beat the thing.
Maybe.
And you hear in your head, which is like bat speech.
Try again, she says back to Shen.
I heard a poof. Okay, it's clear what happened. Try again. Okay, unfortunately, the white goes first. But you haven't attracted the attention of the other whites in the hallway yet. It depends on what actions are taken, but we pause the mood music again as we go into another fight. Okay. The white's gonna swing at Adora. It seems completely nonplussed that this bat turned into a person.
Just like, sure, why not? Yep, it's figured out. Good.
This is normal, and it swings. Normal attack. Does a 15 hit you?
No, it does not, because Lily has Adora has armor. There's a lot of names going around.
It's true. Okay, it swings again. That is a 14 to hit, so it misses both attacks.
Ooh.
Adora, it's your turn. You go before Hishen. What do you do?
She is going to cast Greater Invisibility, which is what she should have cast to begin with.
Okay, you cast Greater Invisibility, and you vanish.
Can she open the lock on the door now?
Yeah, you can interact with an item as a free action.
She just opens the door.
Yeah, you do not need an intelligence check to turn a bolt.
I'm very smart now.
As the door lock turns, you hear, thanks.
Yep.
What do you do?
She's going to try to leave this fucker's range.
Okay, you are invisible. Roll stealth.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have advantage. Unfortunately, that's not how invisibility works, but you are invisible. 12. Okay. It's going to roll... It actually can hear you with its passive perception, so it's going to swing at you at disadvantage. It rolled a natural 1, so it doesn't even come close. It's now Hushen's turn.
She'll say, there's a white other side of the door.
As the door opens, Hushen, who's invisible, looks and says, yes, there is. And he's going to come out swinging. You'll notice his flame tongue longsword is no longer ignited.
Yeah, he's now trying to be a little more quiet.
Yeah. He quietly attempts to gank the thing. He has advantage. He does move Hex before he swings. He does hit, so let me roll that. I wish I kept the fire on. That's 13 points of slashing damage, plus this, plus 5. 13 plus 6 is 19, so 24 points of slashing damage.
Boom.
And he will swing again. Uh, 21 to hit, totally hits. Versatile. What's this? Okay. He deals 13 plus, so 21 points of slashing damage. He kills this white in 1 round.
Nice.
And he restores back to full. He was only down 1 hit point. He's still invisible.
He is?
Hushen is, yes.
Okay.
He looks ahead towards you and the other whites, and for the moment, we end combat.
Okay, how about we take this from the top?
Let's handle this quietly, if we can.
And just promise never to mention the bugs I ate.
I can't make that promise. But you remember it, which is almost as good.
If only he could see the look on her face.
Hushen says, it looks like there's a lot of crates and such back here, so maybe start looking for a lock.
She is going to first shut the door that he just came through.
Okay.
And then she is going to move slowly and carefully and look over everything as she passes by.
Okay. Hushen is also moving carefully and quietly, so why don't the both of you make a stealth check, and we'll see what happens after that. Why do I keep drawing circles on accident?
I rolled a 7.
Okay.
Still getting the hang of my feet. You know what? Is this... I don't know if this is the time to use my... It's not my inspo.
Hushen's gonna roll stealth. While Hushen is very quiet behind you, roll me an investigation.
Bang my knee on a crate or something.
That's
Yeah,
literally exactly what happens. As you lean down to look at a crate,
28.
you're searching for a keyhole of some kind.
Mhm.
You lean down and you didn't see it. There is like a tin plate against the side of the crate that suddenly just on the stone ground, and this white begins to move your way.
Adora's just gonna step back against the wall and freeze. Just hold still until it.
You hear
Makes its
Hushen say, another.
perusal.
Oh my nine hells. As this thing.
Just don't move.
He backs up to the wall. This white goes and looks at the plate. Ugh. Roll me a stealth at advantage as you're not moving. And you are invisible.
It is a 15.
Okay. Hushen rolled a natural 20.
He's like, not again.
The white looks around. Goes to this. Looks at the white that's fallen. Hold on.
This is how I wish NPCs would react in some video games.
It's-
Just ignore it.
They're undead. It doesn't have
They don't
problem
have
solving.
compassion.
Yeah. The white seems to forget what it was doing and just kind of stands here.
So she'll just go back. I rolled a 28 for my investigation.
You are confident none of these crates and barrels have a lock on them.
So she will say mentally to Hushen, keep going.
All right.
Just gonna...
Hushen goes around the plate. Goes past the white. I need you to roll another stealth.
Dios mío.
It's a straight roll because you're moving.
Natural one.
Bro. Okay.
How high are the ceilings?
Not high. It's like a 10-foot ceiling in here.
Alright, she's gonna press herself against this wall when she knows that we're coming.
As soon as that natural weapon, the natural one happens, what happens is as you're moving, you didn't see it. You leaned against the wall to like move on the uneven ground, and the stone of the wall is very loose. It's like shale, and it like crumbles off the wall. And the instant that happens, you hear, "Come on!" as these
Listen,
whites turn around.
This isn't my strong point.
It's well, we're going to have to go directly into another initiative as these whites are alerted with a natural 1. But I didn't stop the music this time, I just paused it. So, go ahead and roll initiative. Okay, so you and Hushen actually go first. So, Hushen whips around and brings his flame tongue up in a sweeping slash.
Oh, the one next to him, yeah.
Yeah, and he hexes it as he swings. So... you hear in your mind, we might as well just kill all of them while we're in here. He hits for the 16, rolling damage. Plus a d6, plus 5. So 37.
That's pretty good.
He rolled really high. Okay. He swings again. Still at advantage. 22. Yes. Versatile. He slays this one in 2 fell swings. And it slumps over. And now it's your turn.
Yeah, okay, sure. I will This one right here,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just send a chromatic orb at 2nd level fire.
All right.
I gotta change it to fire. Roll. Yes, that hits. 31 to hit.
Do me a favor and roll me a stealth at disadvantage.
Okay.
It is a fireball that you're throwing, basically.
7.
Okay. These two whites hear and see it, and they join initiative. They'll roll next round.
I was throwing it at this one.
I know, but it's a mote of fire. It's
Yes,
a chromatic orb of fire. There's not really a way to do that quietly. Acid would be more stealthy, but as the fireball slams into this creature, roll damage.
I
You did.
16.
It's 16. Okay.
And then she's gonna move up over here. And
Okay.
duck behind these crates.
Sure.
So at least they're confused where she is.
This white that just got hit by fire runs to where it came from. He's going to roll perception at disadvantage. And he swings the sword down, and there's nothing there. But he doesn't know that, so he's going to do it again.
Yeah.
He, slashes at nothing. Twice. Ugh. It has no idea what is happening. This next white runs down, sees that one swinging at nothing, sees the flaming mote off in the distance, decides to shoot an arrow at the closer threat, quote-unquote. And it looses an arrow here and doesn't hit anything because there's nothing there. Oh, wait, no, it's not their turn yet. They roll initiative next round, so he doesn't run up. Sorry. It's now the second round. They'll roll initiative. I've messed up my own rules. Okay. Hushen's turn. Hushen surges... Oh, he can't quite reach. Okay, he moves here. And he's going to move the hex to this one. He raises his offhand, and he's going to hurl an Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. Eldritch Blast.
The first strike, it definitely hits for a dirty 20. And then he swings another one, because he shoots 3. Okay, so the first hit deals 4 damage plus Hex. Okay. So 8 damage. The second one hits, and will deal this plus Hex. 2 damage plus Hex. 7. And then the final beam... also hits, and will deal this plus Hex. 1 damage plus Hex. Goodness gracious. 4 damage. But all 3 beams hit, and this white is looking real bad. Combining your Eldritch Blast and his... Or your Chaotic Orb and his Eldritch Blast, this white is barely standing. It's your turn.
She's gonna let him take care of that one. And she is going to launch a firebolt at the further one.
Okay, roll your spell attack.
4, 5.
You have advantage because you're invisible.
Okay. 30.
Yeah, that is. So Adora habitually reaches down to her belt and draws Geisha, this wand that suddenly surges forward with the firebolt. The muscle memory is unique as the one you're holding it almost like one does a pencil, and the firebolt surges forward. What do you think the firebolt looks like out of Adora?
Oh man. That's a really good question. How dare you make me think of it? Paralyzed.
It's okay.
With decision making.
We can come back to this if you need to.
Yeah.
Okay. Consider it. As you surge a firebolt forward toward this white, roll damage. That's a big firebolt.
21.
21 points of fire damage. The searing hot flames slam into the white, and you watch as like chunks of armor melt away from the hot. It's just a cantrip, but it seems quite potent coming out of you.
Very potent. She is going to finish her turn by moving by these barrels.
Okay.
So that she's not in one place for them to hone in on.
Right. Then this white, the one that is barely standing, is going to run up to Hushen, slashing its longsword. Rolling with disadvantage. And it hits. Hushen takes 12 points of slashing damage. He's going to have to roll a concentration check. He succeeds. The white will swing again with disadvantage. And will hit again. Shen takes 7 points of slashing damage. And succeeds on the concentration check. It's the next white's turn. This one is all the way in the back of the storage room, and it's going to move up 30 feet. It searches the area. It's going to roll a perception check. Please roll me stealth. You have to beat...
14.
You beat the 12.
Yes.
So the white doesn't know where you are.
I mean,
It doesn't know where Hushin is. Right. It was too far to see it. It was outside of 30 feet. So, it's just confused, and that's its turn. This white saw the fireball come from there. It's going to surge up to here. It's going to also roll a perception check. Please roll me another stealth.
Mm-hmm.
You have to beat a 23.
Damn. I rolled a 19. I rolled really well.
Yeah, it rolled basically as good as it could. As you tuck in behind the barrels, hiding from this white, your foot just scrapes just a little bit on the gravel, and the white and surges up to you. It's going to swing its longsword at you at disadvantage. Does a 13 hit? No.
Nope.
It swings again. How about an 18?
Shield.
Okay, you cast shield. The barrier comes up in front of you. It looks like a strange purple and gold, like beehive hex grid that spreads out in front of you, and the sword bounces off of it. It seems like it came out of nowhere because you're invisible, and the white's just very confused. It's now Hushen's turn. Hushen is going to swing at the hexed white in front of him. It's almost dead. A moment. I'll pull this up again. Okay. At advantage. He just hits. So that is enough. He kills the white, which is slain. He's going to bonus action extinguish the flame tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Move up to where you were, and then he draws a crossbow, and he will loose a bolt at the one in front of you because it's closer. He doesn't actually know you're there. He does hit with a 28, so he deals 10 points of piercing damage. The white, like the shield appeared in front of him and gets hit by a bolt from somewhere else. Very confused. Adora, it's your turn.
She is going to reach out and shocking grasp him. Is he wearing metal?
He is. He's wearing metal armor.
All right.
You already have advantage, though. It doesn't really matter.
28.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bzz.
You give him the berzap.
I sure do. 17.
You deal 17 points of lightning damage. The white collapses in a pile of electrocuted bones that are smoking.
And she's gonna... 5. She's gonna go right here. And end her turn.
Okay. As you get there, the remaining white is staring around the room as it looks like its allies are just getting slain by ghosts. It's going to perception. Please roll me stealth, and Hushen will roll stealth. Hushen has a
16.
bonus because he's far. He rolled a 16. Okay. Hushen rolled a 1.
Buddy.
The white is aware of Hushen's presence with a 6.
Wow.
So the whites...
He rolled at an advantage, and he rolled a 1?
He doesn't have advantage.
Oh. Okay.
Well, the white's going to loose an arrow in the
This was just
spot.
me giving our cover.
Yeah. It rolls a natural 1. It tries again. Hushen is not harmed by this white. And that's his turn. Hushen's turn. Hushen will see that this white is healthy and unharmed. He's going to bonus action move his hex to this one. And then he's going to Eldritch Blast it.
Pew pew.
One moment.
Give him the old pew pew.
He is. He's just of all these Eldritch Blasts slamming into it. And it is an advantage because he's still invisible. Okay. That's 26 to hit. I'll roll all 3. I'll just do it now. That's a 25 to hit, so 2 hits. And then a 22 to hit. All 3 hits. So that's this plus D6 for Hex. The first one deals 11. The second one deals 5. And then the last one deals 6. And then Hushen will follow. He doesn't know he's following your lead, but he does move. Because he's aware he was noticed. And he gets close. And that's his turn. It's your turn.
Firebolt.
Okay, you have advantage.
Woo. 22.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
19.
19. Okay, the white is barely standing.
She's gonna cross over to there.
Okay. White is going
Birthday.
to... Yeah. It's getting batter from all over the place. It's going to try and figure out where the hell these are all coming from. Please roll me stealth.
Mm-hmm. Terrible. 7.
It rolled a 9. And Hushen rolled a 14. So the white
All right.
turns around to the footsteps behind it, and it surges towards you.
Who should just hears fuck.
Yeah, I get it. As the white's going to slash at you, it's going to swing, attack, disadvantage. That is a 22 to hit.
Even shield wouldn't help me there. All right.
Okay, you get hit for the first time. The second time, the bat got hit. Okay, you take 7 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
You need to make a concentration check
Mm-hmm.
as it swings again.
I succeed.
Okay. That is a 19 to hit.
Shield.
Okay. You block the second one. And the white just unhappy that it failed. Shen will run up behind it, aware that it's swinging at probably you. And he's going to swing his unignited longsword at it. With advantage. That is a 15 to hit, which does hit. Rolling damage. He deals 9 points of slashing damage. It had 4 hit points. It is slain.
Yeah.
So suddenly its head lops off as it slumps to the ground. And that's the fight. Hushen says, I can't see you. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Let me know if you need a touch-up.
Yeah.
And you
It's just-
you hear him making the small invocations of him healing himself.
Let's just get what we came for. She'll start at further back, and start looking through these crates.
He's concentrating on healing himself for the moment, so he'll join you in a moment. Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Not amazing. 14.
With a 14. These crates, there are more variety amongst them. And you do see a couple small lock boxes, and they do have locks on them.
And they're all the same coloration.
So one of them is like tarnished silver. Another one is clearly not even trying to be deceptive, like it's like brass.
It was just placed there. Yeah.
But 2 other ones are silver in color.
She'll say to Hushen, when you have a minute, when you're done, we need to look at these.
All right, on the way. As he finishes healing himself, he moves to you, and as you both begin to look at these boxes, that is where we're going to end the session tonight.
No. No.
As you foray into the memories of Adora, I hope you had fun. To those of you who are at home or at work watching, hi Pen, hi Emily,
Hey,
hi
and what the
class.
fuck's happening? Am I alive?
I don't know.
Ah.
I love you all, and I wish you a good night.
Yeah.